Hi everyone, my name is Justus and welcome to Shared Moments with Justus. I feel like I should not be seated here because honestly, I've tried to avoid sitting here for the longest time, and that's why all the episodes you've been seeing, you've not been seeing my face. I feel more confident being behind the camera, but somehow someone has convinced me to come and sit here. And do this. If I make a mess out of myself, no, it was not my intention to be here. So I'll tell you who is responsible for this. Oh man. But I'm here because number one, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your, unwavering support. Because since we started, you guys have really been helpful and supportive. The content that we have been sharing, the feedback we have been getting from you, it's just a blessing. It's amazing that from here to where you are, there's so much transformation that has taken place simply because someone came to this show and shared a personal experience. When we were starting, it was almost a scary endeavor to allow someone to open up and be vulnerable enough to share very personal details, and things of life, because we didn't even know how that would turn out. And yet, for the last 2 or so years, we have seen that step of just people coming and sharing their own personal journeys and experiences has not only helped those who have shared, but most importantly, it has encouraged someone who was listening, thinking that they are going through the hardest experience. And when they hear about someone else's story, they're like, oh man, thank you, God. I think mine is easy. I think I can face life again. So it's those things, those small things that for me mean everything. And this has even helped me to recommit my time and resources into doing this. I'm not going to stop anytime soon. You're going to be seeing this face now.
Amen to that.
So, back to business, why we're here today and why it has necessitated me to come here in person and speak to you. So, today I have one special guest because the last time she was on this platform, you all loved her. And you said that you would want to really hear more from her in terms of how she manages to remain so young. Because when she said she was 40, most of you said, nah, that's a lie. She can't be 40. She's 25 at most. Yeah, but she's 40.
Thank
Rosette,
you.
how are you?
That is a very elaborate introduction. Thank you very much, Justus. I'm very well and happy to be on the show.
I'm happy to see you, to be seated next to you so that, you, of course, steal the show. You're used to doing this. I'm making a mess out of myself. You have insisted that I sit here and we have
Welcome
a
in front of the camera.
No, this is not fair.
You're very good at giving us pressure behind the camera.
Yeah.
Let's share this pressure.
This is not fair at all.
Let's share this pressure, Justus.
I hope it will go well. But of course, with such a resourceful person like yourself next to me, I know things will be well.
Oh, wow. Wow.
No, but honestly, so great to see you.
I'm humbled.
It's been a while. And when you came on the show last time, a lot of people were really in disbelief that you were the age that you purported to be.
Correct.
Does that come along often? Or do people really mistake you for someone younger than your actual age?
Every day, Justus, every day. I have a 10-year-old, and when I go to school, they ask me, where is his mother? So, okay. Yes, I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
Wow.
I get that a lot, but it's humbling. It's very, very humbling. It makes me feel like there's something I'm doing right. And as I was going through the comments, I also get to learn a lot. I mean, life is a continuous journey of endless learning. Yeah. So if I can share and it can help somebody else, I think for me, mission accomplished.
And we're not saying that people should not grow old. I mean,
it is fine. It's perfectly okay. I mean,
it's something. We can't help it.
We can't help it. We can't help it. No, that's not what you're saying at all. I think what you're saying is, it's okay to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. There's
I think that is the
nothing
word.
Wrong
Taking
with
care of yourself is the right word.
Yeah. It is okay.
Okay. So let's cut to the chase. You are here. I have brought you back to this platform to share a series. This is not just going to be one episode, by the way. Let me just make it clear.
Yeah.
There's so much to share that we decided to make a series out of this. And so you'll be seeing these faces, more than just once.
Amen.
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 But we hope in the process you get to learn something, you get to do something that would really make your life worthwhile.
Correct.
But you deal specifically in products that are meant to enhance or improve the quality of our skin, our face. And that goes a long way, especially for women.
Yeah.
When you look good, you even feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You have already created a brand
Yeah.
around yourself in
Yeah.
terms of your lifestyle
Yeah.
that has led to, the glow that we see on
Amen.
your face.
Yeah.
Because you have now introduced certain products to the market to help other people as well
Correct.
make the best out of life. Is it out of the experience that you have had yourself, or this is just business for you?
Honestly, I never thought I would commercialize it. For me, it was out of my own personal experience. I mean, teenagehood, going into young adulthood, I had problematic skin. I had breakouts, and I tried so many things. Incidentally, some of the things that I used to buy for myself never used to work. But when I was at home for holidays, and my mom would put raw, what is it called, aloe vera, and my creams and my butters, my facial stuff, then I would see improvements. So over time, I knew there has to be something more in this natural, whatever, herbs and stuff that that seems to be working. And she would do so many simple concoctions at home. We didn't have to go to the supermarket to purchase anything. So then out of that, but the one thing that for me was, led me to this, let me say, I remember how it used to affect my confidence, just knowing that I have these breakouts or my dark patches on my face. And it's something I believe many women are going to relate with. The fact that we are so conscious of our skin, whether we say it out loudly or not, we are so conscious of our skin appearance to the point that it affects our confidence.
That's why we have filters nowadays. Even,
Exactly.
On the
Filters,
social media,
bleaching.
before you post anything, you want to put a filter.
There you go.
It's just a way of hiding your true
Your
self.
true self.
Yeah.
That's why we have filters. That's why we have
Makeup.
heavy makeup.
Yeah, heavy makeup.
I'm not saying makeup is bad. I do makeup when I want to feel good, but let's not hide behind makeup. Young girls are hiding behind makeup. It breaks my heart because I feel like even in a dating scenario, this person is going to shy away from their potential because they're thinking, the day I wash my face, how will you look at me?
Because those are two different people together.
Exactly. So makeup is not meant to be our hideout. It's meant to be for those days we just want to feel exceptionally, good about ourselves. But we should be able to wake up every day and just go out and conquer the world. Feel good about yourself.
Women will kill you.
Present yourself to the world the way you are.
How do I walk out without makeup? Yeah.
Women will not kill me because if we are talking about just bringing out your natural, authentic skin, oh my God, you fall in love with yourself. And I think for me, that is what I want to achieve. Over and above just, commercializing this, the conversations I've had with women, I realize, because I've been in the corporate scene for the longest as well, women walk into a room already subdued. It has got nothing to do with their intellect, because we are very intelligent. We are very good at information. We are probably at the expense of being killed by men, but probably we are better at assimilating information than men. But then what happens when we walk into a boardroom or into a meeting or into a, and let's not forget that when we are younger, we take care of ourselves. As a young girl, teenagehood, going into young adulthood, we really invest in ourselves. So what happens when we get married, get children, get a career? Why do we lose ourselves?
You forget yourself.
You forget yourself, but why? So I think for me, these are the conversations that I think I want to invoke, because if I am able to look at that person and think, oh my God, just because I took care of their face, now they're walking around very for me, that is I would have my mission will be accomplished.
And because given human beings are visual beings.
Exactly.
So the first impressions, and when people look at you, when you're
Matters.
meeting for the first time and those kind of things, those memories stick with us.
They stick with us.
And so you want to create the best, first impressions.
They stick with us,
As
you rightfully say. Let's even save marriages, because when you're dating as a young couple, you're taking care of yourself, going for these dates. So why do you lose yourself once you get married? So for me, those are the conversations that we need to spark. And another thing that I think also irks me in the market is this notion that you have to invest in the next big trend for you to look good. So it's making many women shy away from doing that, because sometimes it's either unaffordable, or it is so enhanced with so much chemicals. It's just going to change your whole composition, natural composition. And for me, that is what I want to demystify. You do not need to change your whole natural composition.
Yeah, because your product range is organic.
It is organic, yeah.
And organic, of course, there are a lot of misconceptions that when you talk about organic products, there are a lot of misconceptions. And of course, given there are people who have taken advantage of the fact that now everyone is going organic, and they have introduced things that are nowhere close to organic, deceptive. And but from what I have learned, that you have been very categorical, even in terms of the process that your products go through to be on the shelves. All these products have been certified by the Kenya Bureau of Standards. And you have a biochemist in your team that is responsible for every detail, the proportions and all those kind of things. Why is that important? Because, I see in the estates we live, businessmen walking around with jerrycans full of some liquid, and they are saying this is organic, and it's an all-in-one. It can solve anything
from
even your marriage. Anyways, why do you have to go to the trouble of doing all that just to get a product in a bottle?
You raise a very, very valid point. Like I said, remember my mom used to farm this at her backyard. So the notion with organics and naturals is that it's for the poor, or the low in society, because maybe they don't have money to afford the big brands. Or because they also assume that natural, so you just go pluck from the forest, trees, whatever, leaves and whatever, and boil.
Aloe vera.
So long as it's natural, it's not going to harm you. That's also another misconception I want to demystify. So the reason why I go to the lab, one, to demystify the notion that just because it's organics, you can mix anything. I know that people who've tried and it has not worked, and therefore they say organics don't work. But it's because of the same reason you're talking about. You have to be guided. I didn't have the scientific knowledge behind it. I knew organics works because of the things I've also tried in my kitchen, but I also know because of the background I come from, which is Seventh-day Adventist. It's a training we are given. I know organics also, you have to master the quantities, you have to master the formulation. There are oils you cannot mix together. It's going to be a disaster. There are quantities you can go beyond. For example, you can't do more than 2% of essential oils in vegetable oils. This is information I didn't go to school to study. I did want to put a brand in front of a client, which is going to do more harm than good. And so it was very important for me to partner with an organic biochemist. This is a guy who has a PhD in biochemist, to be very specific. So he's very, very good with natural oils, natural whatever's. Formulation is very, very important. So then what goes into, if you're trying to solve this problem, for example, there are specific oils for acne. There are specific oils for a different type of skin issue. So it was important, in as much as I knew what I wanted to solve, but then I needed somebody who has the expertise to tell me, okay, fine, then these are going to be your ingredients for this specific issue, this is the quantities and stuff like that. And then I also needed to have proper certification to show people that, by the way, you can do organics the right way. Yeah, you don't have to do it in whatever these DIYs people do. It might be okay, but then there's repercussions.
Because you also don't want to, just do experiments with people's skin and faces.
You don't want to experiment with people's faces. Oh, come on. We are trying to kill those problems, but then you add on more, so Yeah, so no, I didn't want to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, your work is very easy because, I mean, you get to sell what you produce by just walking around.
It sounds easy, but I think what for me it has done, and as you can see, I have 6 products, all for the face.
Yeah.
These have come out of conversations I have with women. I just started with one product, and then as I listen into women, I get to understand other needs that we have. We are all diverse. We have different skin tones, skin colors, skin types, and all this is different issues. It could be breakouts, it could be uneven skin tone. So then it guided me on what range to create. And remember, now I have a strong support system at the background. Then I go back and say, I met this lady today. She has ABCD, and there's so many inquiries along this line. How do we solve for this need?
Great. Yeah. And of course, we shall be giving you an opportunity to take us through all these products and what each does and what it solves, what it's meant, and more than beyond just the products, what other lifestyle changes perhaps that we ought to make. Correct. Because I believe that life as it is not just a one bullet approach. No, there are other aspects. It's a holistic approach. Yeah, correct. And so we have so much to share even as we continue in this series. And so if you're just joining us and you're wondering what's happening, I'm hosting Rosette, who is just an amazing woman. She has gone out of her way to make sure that organic is not just organic, but organic is also scientific. And so she has come up with a range of products that are meant to take care of your skin so that you can glow as much as she's doing. And we were just in the process of explaining what happens. And so before we just get to the close of this conversation, maybe I should give you an opportunity to quickly take us through the products, the range of products that you have. Yes. Maybe not a lot of, not into detail, but just a brief of what these products really do. Yeah.
So an overview, basically what I was trying to solve for, I think it has come out in the conversation. A lot of us lack confidence because of what goes on here. So my focus is on problematic skin. Because then if we deal with the problems of the facial skin, then now we're able to boost your confidence. So this range mainly targets problematic skin, but is also a very good day-to-day, every day, every woman's use. Because we have a facial cleanser for removing the normal daily dirt, instead of using very harsh cleansers which strip you of your natural oils. So we have a facial cleanser. We also have a facial toner, which immediately after cleansing, you spray the toner to balance your skin pH. Then we have an oil, very specific for oily skin and acne-prone skin. Okay. Then we've also taken care of dry skin. After cleansing and toning, dry skin, we have a moisturizer for them. For the pigmentations and uneven skin tone, we have a vitamin C serum. And also, once a week, we have a scrub stroke mask, which helps to unclog your pores so that then all the products that you're using are able to absorb into your skin. Yeah, that is in a nutshell.
It sounds, I know for women, this is nothing. I mean, it's a very quick exercise and process. Yeah. But do you perhaps think this range, I know this range of products is primarily targeting women?
Mainly, yes.
Mainly women. But do men have a chance or stand a chance in using any of these at any point?
Incidentally, we're in an era where men are very conscious of themselves. I have a good clique of clientele, which is men. Because, look, we are not saying men don't suffer problematic skin. Actually, right from the onset of puberty all the way, we have both, once you hit adolescent, we have both girls and boys. So yeah, I have men who also have problematic skin, who also suffer oily skin, who also suffer dark spots and dark marks on their face and an even skin tone. So it's a range, remember this is purely organic. Yeah. So it's a range that cuts across genders.
And of course, because you mention a lot problematic
Yes.
skin. Is it just for problematic skin, or these are products that you can use anytime?
It is
Any
not
day.
just for problematic skin. I mentioned problematic skin because I wanted to make sure it is able to, in addition from our day-to-day, it is also able to sort out those problematic issues. But overall, it is for every
Day use.
day use. It's for everyday use. It's important to use a good cleanser on your face. It's important to, not many people understand why it's important to tone your face, but we'll get into details on that. It is important to have a good moisturizer. Our skin needs food, a balanced diet, the same way our body needs a balanced diet. So that is why we've done an oil which is very rich in over 10 different oils, which we'll get into details into. That is why we've done a moisturizer, which is a collagen moisturizer. Another thing I needed to mention that I was very, very keen on, my entire range has ingredients which are anti-aging.
Anti-aging?
Yes.
Prevents you from aging?
Prevents you from aging. Exactly.
Or aging as fast as you could
Exactly.
if you didn't use.
Yeah, because as we age, our body produces less and less collagen. So what we've done is to make sure that we have ingredients that enhance collagen production.
And what is collagen responsible for?
Collagen is responsible for skin elasticity. Skin elasticity, tendons, bones. That is why you see an older person, they have all these pains and whatever, because their tendons, their ligaments are no longer as elastic as they used to be. The skin sags because the elasticity, we're losing elasticity, collagen production is reducing. So then you want to embrace skincare routine which enhances collagen production. And for the aging ones, that is why we've done a moisturizer which has collagen in it. It's almost like supplementing for the lack of. Yeah. So the entire range has anti-aging ingredients, helps solve for problematic skin, but also good for the day-to-day use.
Wow. Yeah. There's just so much. I know you're just not avoiding to go into the details because we have a whole series. I mean, so we shall actually be unpacking all the products and details and the problems that we're actually trying to solve as we go along the conversation in the presentations to come. But I think this is a good place to start and end from. Start and end.
I agree.
I don't know what maybe if you have any final message you'd like to share today before we end.
Thank you for this platform, and thank you. Please walk with us on this series and on this journey. I would like to specifically hear what you want us to talk about. Matters skin, matters holistic lifestyle, natural, organic lifestyle. But my key message is it is very okay to take care of yourself. Let's remove the guilt, especially as ladies, as we go into family setups, into marriage, into work environments, and we've put everybody else above ourselves. It is very okay to take care of ourselves. So if you forget anything else, please go out and take care of yourself.
Yeah. We want you to look good.
Yeah.
It feels good to look good.
It feels good to look good.
It feels good to even look at someone who looks good.
Exactly.
Wow. Rosette, when you convinced me to come and have a chat on this particular subject, I didn't think that it would be something that would interest a man. Because most times when you're talking about issues, beauty, issues of, appearance, we think it's a woman's problem. And much as women are more self-aware, I think you're bringing out the fact that as men, we also need to be a little more concerned about, our face and what we do to make it even look as it should. So I think you've challenged me. I hope other men are watching and they are also feeling the heat so that we don't just wash our face with soap. Because when we were sharing a while ago off the set about why you shouldn't wash your face with soap, you were saying a lot of things that scared me. And so I think there's so much to learn
Yes.
from this.
Yes.
And that's why we're inviting you to join us, even in the subsequent episodes that we shall be sharing, because the information we are going to share is great. It's going to try to change your life. And so before I let you go, I want to allow you to speak to our audience and tell them how they can get to you or access some of these products for their own use.
Okay. So we are on social media, on both Facebook and Instagram as Sorano Organics. You can also call us on 0721 853039.
Great. There you have it. I think, how have I done? You pushed me into doing this.
You did so well.
It was her fault, bringing me here to sit and talk about things that I initially thought were women's agenda.
Do not stay
Only to
behind the
learn
camera.
that this is life.
Yeah.
And so we should just have a concern for everything life. And our skin is an integral part of our body
It is.
because it is what people see first. And so if you have a glowing skin, then it will inform your confidence, even speaking in public and so many other things.
Yeah.
So I hope this session has been of help to you, even as we look forward to the rest of the presentations, which I know are going to really change your perspective about so many things. Thank you so much, Rosette, for joining us today. I'm looking forward for the next episode.
There's so much to talk about in terms of living a holistic and authentic lifestyle.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That is all we've had time for. And remember, this is a new series we are doing, but we still have our main show on Shared Moments with Justus. So kindly, if you've not subscribed, don't forget, this is that time to subscribe and share this content if you feel that it's something that can help someone else. Share with your friends, with your family, and keep following us on other social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even on TikTok. By the way, on TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Justus.